Hello neighbors, this is my review of the kill switch for the Switch 2 from DBrand, specifically around some of the issues they've been having that have popped up in their Reddit thread. As they're issues I myself have encountered, and we just got an update today from DBrand themselves where I have it up on the screen here that they kind of pointed out their investigation of the issue, identified specifically three areas in which three conditions that have to be satisfied in order for the problem to occur in their testing, and then spent a bunch of time telling us we're holding it wrong in terms of the switch. So, which definitely could be right, and to be fair, this is like a new product, both the case but also the Switch 2 is a new product, and based on my experience with it, I think, well, part of the blame here might be with the kill switch. There is an underlying issue, I feel, with the JoyCons on the Switch 2 and their magnetic connection in terms of their certain use cases that might be quite common to some of us that aren't really accounted for. So if you are unfamiliar with the problem, there's been these issues. Here we'll jump to a video right from the thread, or a GIF right from the thread that shows the JoyCon falling off in certain conditions. They posted quite a few different scenarios. We'll see if we can catch. They did show an example of it actually happening. Here we go. Yeah. So here's an example where it's happening in their example as well, where you're holding it in a certain grip style and holding it with one hand, and that the console is fully horizontal. So those are like the three conditions that they're talking about. So that the grip is only holding the Joy-Con, that the console is fully horizontal, and you're only holding it with one hand. So those are the three conditions they're talking about. And they say that's the conditions in which this happened. And to be fair, that's mostly true. At least in my experience, that's mostly true. Most of that is the same. I will say that there are conditions that they claim don't occur. So this one right here, where the switch is pointed at your face, they're indicating does not have an issue. It definitely does, as long as if you're holding it with one hand. At least in my case, even if it's pointed on that angle, it still just falls apart. And I've had a lot more issues with it with my grip style that involve kind of the kill switch just kind of completely falling off the controllers itself as well. And in my own condition, in my own experience, I'm having issues with the controllers falling off in the opposite leveraged direction than what they're showing here, more often than I am in the direction here. So just to let's take a look here. So I've got my kill switch here and my switch. So they're saying that if you're holding it like this and you just hold it with one hand, this hand here, or in my case actually, yeah, it's either side. If you only hold it with one hand and it's perfectly vertical, it will fall apart. Now in my case, it also happens. It can also happen in this position. Now in this position, it does take shaking for it to happen, but it can still happen in this position for me. Now that isn't the most, that's not the scenario that I was running into it naturally in. The scenario I was running it into naturally in is actually how I typically play my handheld consoles, and that's lying down on the couch. And so in this position, the Joy-Cons actually come the opposite way, but the other conditions still have to be true. So when I'm lying in my bed or on the couch, my Switch is now fully horizontal, tends to be fully horizontal, no longer at an angle. And more often than not, this happens when I switch positions. So we're probably going to see this fall flat on my face here. But as soon as even before I let go of the console, I can already feel the KillSwitch grips being leveraged and coming off. And the whole thing just kind of falls apart. Well, I held it out of view, but it completely fell apart as soon as I took my hand off of the one side. So if you're someone who plays upside down, this is just not, the KillSwitch is not for you. So here, I'll properly put it back into place. I will say they do include these optional adhesives that can go into the Joy-Con grips for the KillSwitch that would probably mitigate most of the problem I just showed, where it would probably no longer happen every time, but it would still likely happen. Now, the reason why I say this isn't just a KillSwitch problem is even without the KillSwitch, the maneuver I was just showing, which is being upside down playing the console and switching to one hand, I've already in my own experience, before I even got the KillSwitch, I've already had my controllers fall off. Though normally it wouldn't be just straight up and down, it would be during the motion of one-handed moving over to my side. If I'm on my back and I want to switch over to my side, I take my hand off as I'm doing it, or something like that, the console just kind of falls apart. But, so if you're someone who games with your handheld on your back, lying down on the couch or on your bed, the KillSwitch specifically is not really going to be for you. It's not going to work well, which is unfortunate because it feels absolutely amazing. But the Switch, even the Switch itself, has this problem. So DBrand mentioned that the Switch has an air gap between the tablet and the Joy-Cons, and that their grips are kind of filling a little bit of that air gap. That's a problem for this mode. In this mode, the leverage direction is different, and there is nothing there. But the fact that the gap is already filled on the back and everything is just a little pushed apart more because of the KillSwitch, it results in it kind of all falling apart even faster. So yeah, doesn't work well for playing it upside down or on your back specifically. Now the other thing they did in this thing is they really criticized people holding the console by the Joy-Cons. Now the funny thing is so we'll say the robot, I don't know, the android, DBrand, in this video has hands and fingers that I am jealous of. I am a small-handed person, apparently. I'm a large person with small hands, I guess. So especially with the KillSwitch, the natural position for holding the KillSwitch with my size of hands feels absolutely great, but my fingers are barely touching the console, and they can't. Like, if I try to put it over here, you see they don't even touch. So I can't physically grip the console as they're describing. So they're kind of like So if I want to actually like reach all the buttons and have a comfortable grip, there's no way that my hands can be supporting the tablet. I've got to be holding it entirely by the Joy-Cons. It's going to be the same thing for kids, but if you're buying the KillSwitch case for kids, or you have small hands, I don't know how to define what the measurement would be between what this works for and what it doesn't, or who it works for and who it doesn't. But if you have small hands, it is a no-go, really. Which is unfortunate. This is an absolutely premium feeling case. I really like it. I really like the feel. I was a day one Wii U buyer because I specifically wanted to play my games on my couch lying down, or in my bed lying down, and I really liked the ergonomic form factor of the Wii U tablet, even though it was big and kind of ugly. And I really like the feel of this case. So I'm really sad, but there will be other cases. There will be other solutions in the future. Unfortunately, I do worry about these. Not the KillSwitch specifically. There'll be other options, but the Switch 2, I do worry about in terms of these magnets, and specifically for those of us who play lying down. I think it's not going to be great. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on camera, but there's already this was before I got my KillSwitch. There's already little scuff marks on the top here from it rubbing against the console. You probably can't see on the camera, but there's already like signs that there's been a lot of pressure on my Joy-Cons without me intentionally trying to do anything weird. With me just playing the same way that I've played with my original Switch with my Wii U tablet for now over a decade playing this way. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. I think DBrand is mostly correct in their assessment that it's going to be only a problem for certain people. I will point out that they did identify there is issues with tolerances in the grips a little bit in terms of how well they fit in some of their products. They're going to tighten up those tolerances in terms of I believe, if I'm understanding it correctly, it's in terms of some of these inner pieces and how far they or the inner ribs and how far they push that end up causing the Joy-Con to stick out a little bit more and cause more of the issue. So sounds like they do. If like it's really easy to have your KillSwitch grips fall off your Joy-Con, if it's like super easy, then yeah, you might have fallen into one of these issues with tolerances. But I think even if they fix those with the current design, at least, it's not really an ideal thing to play on your back. And it appears, at least during their weekend investigation here of this issue, that those at DBrand investigating this issue have much larger hands, or longer fingers at least, than some of us. Maybe I shouldn't speak for us, but certainly longer hands than me, or longer fingers than me. Yeah, that's it. It's unfortunate. Overall, I really like this case, and it feels great. And I haven't decided yet whether I'll keep using it or not. I probably won't, because I do primarily play on my back. Here, we'll let you guys see the page again here. I primarily play on my back, and I'm just going to be running into it a lot, but that's okay. As long as folks know that this is going to be an issue, or might potentially be an issue ahead of time, and yeah, if you're someone who plays on your back a lot, probably this isn't the case for you. And if you have small hands, this probably isn't the case for you. If those two things are not you, this is an excellent case. It feels great. Yeah, does a good job, it seems, of protecting your Switch. But yeah, not for kids with small hands, not for adults with small hands, and not for those who want to game lying down. Thanks for checking out the video. See you next time.